Hey guys, welcome to episode 8 of season 6 at Sunderland. It's the January transfer window. However, as per the intro of yesterday's episode, we're not going to be acting on any transfers in this window at this stage. Rather than go into it all again, if you missed yesterday's episode, watch the first 3 or 4 minutes and you'll understand the situation we're in with regards how we're going about transfers in this window, and then later in this season and at the beginning of season 7 with regards me going out the country again and needing to get head on content, etc, etc. So rather than delve into it again, just as a brief, we're not signing or selling anyone in this window in the month of January, but we might be doing something between now and the end of the season, depending on my record schedule and when you guys see the videos. So go and watch the first 3 or 4 minutes of yesterday's episode and you'll be fully filled in. But we'll start with this away game against Leicester. We've then got a game in the FA Cup, a replay against Huddersfield, which I will simulate because it's at home and we should win it. Then we've got Burnley at home, so we'll sim that. We'll play Man United away, and then we'll sim Everton at home at the end of the month as well. So we shall hopefully have a decent month. We were improved in the last episode, but still not as good as we would like to be. So we'll wait and see what happens. But for now, thank you for your support on the series to this point. Hopefully you will continue to do so, especially whilst I'm away. I'd really appreciate the support on the channel. But for now, let's go and play Leicester. Cranio in goal for Leicester. Saravia, Wallace, Maresic and Walker-Peters as a back 4. Maddison, Chowdhury and Donny van der Beek in the midfield, with Otavio, Mateta and Harvey Barnes as a front 3. We're in the situation now where we need to win the majority of our games for the rest of the season if we want to guarantee top 4 and maybe close the gap at the top of the table. So every game that isn't against one of the big 6 has to be down as one that we should be coming away with a victory from. But the way that the season has gone so far, we haven't been able to guarantee ourselves points in those games. We are going to continue to have to dig deep, work hard and try and earn those results rather than just swan our way towards them as we have done recently, or at the beginning of the season even. Go through there to Jack Clark. We go back to Fedor Shalov. Give that to Moise Kean, who's in round the corner. He's onside. It's saved by Cranio and it's cleared away by Walker-Peters. Really good start. Would have been even better if the ball had gone in, obviously. Alexis, is that a foul, ref? No. Okay. Not the best of throws. Certainly somewhere else we could improve. It's dead to McAllister. To Moise Kean. A quick 1-2 with Jack Clark. Look for Chalov. Alexis is going to keep that run going. Alexis McAllister's in the box and he's buried it. A crucial goal scorer for us this year, Alexis McAllister, and we lead by a goal to 0 inside the opening 15 minutes. Brilliant start for us here. Creating chances right from the off and now having taken one as well. Superb run from deep from Alexis McAllister. Just itching to get forward at every opportunity this season. I think that's his 13th goal. Scored a hat-trick in a simulated game in the last episode and now off the mark within 15 minutes of today's. Wonderful player that just continues to grow from strength to strength and continues to grow in his contribution as well. Brilliant player. Can't recommend you guys enough. Or can't recommend him to you guys enough with regards to picking him up for your own saves. Brilliant player. Harvey Barnes. Back there to Donny van der Beek. Shrugs off the tackle from Alexis McAllister. Ooh, hoo-hoo! Donny van der Beek! Wow! What a finish! I thought not too much to worry about here. He skipped past me, but I still got a number of red shirts in front of him. And he's picked out an inch perfect finish. There's still so much to do there when the ball arrives to him. But the accuracy on that finish, unbelievable from Donny van der Beek. That's one of the goals of the season. Incredible finish. Leicester weren't behind for long. Christ. Another corner to McAllister again. Kent. Bit of space there for Chalov. Waiting around the corner here is Yuri Tielemans. There's Chalov. Hit that early. Jack Clark hit that early. Both shots struck cleanly. First one right at Tavenda. The second one right at the goalkeeper. Oh, and Alexis can't aim that header to right a teammate either, unfortunately. never mind. It looks like it's probably going to be 1-1 at half-time. Although, there are still 5 minutes for something left to happen. That wide dead to Harvey Barnes. Nice block by Justin, but it's fallen very kindly back to Barnes. Twisting away from me well. Walker Peters could whip this, and does, dangerously. Low heads away. Jack Clark forward there to McAllister. Moise Kent just able to squeeze that to Chalov. I've got people around me, but I'm not able to use them at the minute. Leicester defending in numbers and doing so really, really effectively so far. Rafinha will look for Moise Kent over the top there. He's up against Wallace. He's won the pace battle. He's won the physical battle. He'll drill it into the middle. It's a great block by Moresic. Savio back there to Saravia. Picked off nicely by Max Lowe. Clark. Chalov play the ball. Go on, Moise, get to that first and race away. Oh, I'm waiting for support now. And Chalov. Yes! With 16 minutes to go, we're in front again. Oh, Fedor Chalov has come into the starting lineup and is making the goal-scoring impact we needed him to make. Sunderland 2, Leicester 1. Picking up victories in games like this that have been really difficult to play. Leicester has defended so well, but if we can grind these victories out now, then the Champions League really is still a genuine possibility. Madison forward into Dom Solanke, who's come off the bench here, through the gap there, looking for Otavio. Max Lowe gets in and blocks well. Corner for Leicester. They've only had one shot, apparently, and they scored it. So we have to ensure that we deny them the opportunity to have more, because they might score those as well. Oh, Moresic with the header. And luckily for me, just millimetres wide of the post. Really going to try and dig in now defensively and ensure that we get this victory. Dig in has kind of been the phrase that's been repeated most over the past few episodes, but it really is the most apt phrase for the scenario we find ourselves in. It's time to dig a foxhole in the top four and remove, or refuse to move even. We're not going to budge. I want to stay in the top four as a minimum. And if we can put the run of form together, I want to challenge for the title still in this season. I really do. I'd like to be able to concentrate next year purely on a European front and not have to worry about the Premier League. Or perhaps concentrate purely on just the two competitions like Premier League and Champions League, or FA Cup and Champions League. I don't want to have to fight on three fronts again, because even though we are looking to deepen the depth we have at the club, I still don't think we have, or will have, even with yet more signings, have the depth and quality and depth to be able to compete on three fronts. It's been an issue so far this season, competing on just two fronts. And the FA Cup is coming into effect now, and obviously post that we're still going to be back to Champions League action as of next month as well, or Europa League action as of next month as well. But that's a big victory for us. Massive. 2-1 against Leicester, and we really needed that. Let's build on that. Let's go into the next one and get a back-to-back victory. Right, at home against Huddersfield in the FA Cup, I am confident, more confident of getting the result here if I sim this than I am confident of getting the win if I play it. So, fingers crossed, things go according to plan. In the previous two games against Huddersfield, we've had a draw in each of them, although Lucas Boy gives them the lead. McAllister, as ever, reliable with his second goal of the episode. Brings us level. Are we headed to penalties or extra time and then penalties? Potentially. 10 minutes to go. Can we sneak a winner? No, into extra time. Come on. No, O'Brien scores for Huddersfield. Oh, I didn't think there'd be any difference between me playing this and me simming it. Out of the FA Cup we go. Balls. I was so confident of getting a victory in a home game against a team that are a league below us with my full strength team that were fully fit. Jesus Christ. An offer for Cooper, which we shall reject. He's up to 83 rated now, so actually overall he's better than Pope, but in game he's not better than Pope. His overall rating is only as high as it is because of stupidly high kicking stat. Oh, shock. Timo Graf's transfer talks break down. I'm just going to release him now. I've absolutely had enough of Timo Graf rejecting. He's on £440 a week. Why are you not signing a contract with anybody else, you absolute moron? Oh, Can you tell I'm slightly annoyed? This is kind of spilling over from that Huddersfield game now. Really pissed off that we weren't able to win that game. Everybody, every one of you watching would have been just as confident as I was that we would have won that game if we simulated it. With that team against Huddersfield Town of the Championship, there is no reason whatsoever. Oh, sorry, they're not of the Championship, either. They're in our league, but there's no reason why we shouldn't have won that game. We drew 1-1 in this one away from home. We won 4-0 in the home game we simulated earlier this season. We won 4-0. So how can we then lose? Now that's where I got my confidence from. The fact that we've done that exact simulation already and we've gotten a good victory from it. Jesus Christ. What are you lads playing at? You better beat Burnley now. I know Burnley are 4th, but we are at home and we should be good in home simulated games. Oh, go away, Carlos. What are you playing at, lads? Come on. Sort your lives out. McAllister, ever reliable with another goal. Now go and get a second and win this one. Don't let me down. Yes, James Justin. Yuri Tielemans picks up a knock and is now having to be substituted out for Drew Yearwood. Don't be out injured for too long. Now Foyt's got himself sent off. We got the victory. That's the most important thing. But this squad are really testing my patience right now. A loan offer for Jamal Lowe. He's going to be sold at the end of the season. But I'm not going to sell him now because I can't do without him. 4 weeks Yuri Tielemans is out for. Drew Yearwood is going to have to come into the starting lineup then. Oh my lord. It never stops with this side. If it's not one thing, it's the other. If we're not winning, we're losing. If we're winning, we are getting players injured or sent off. Oh, Jesus Christ. We've got Manchester United next. We're 1 point outside the top 4, thanks to that win against Burnley. Now let's go and win against Manchester United away from home. Not get battered like we have done the last couple of times we've played them. A massive offer for Moise Kean, but I'm going to reject that. We probably will sell him next season. Barella's going to go to Manchester City, but I probably will sell Moise Kean next season, but I don't want to sell him now without being able to be in the position to ask you guys about who I should sign in replace of him. At this stage, I don't have the opportunity to do that because of my recording schedule with going away for Gamescom. I need to have a quick train here, and then we shall go and play Manchester United. Oh, Jesus Christ. I need to chill out because I need to be in the right frame of mind to go and get the right result here against United at Old Trafford. David De Gea in goal for Manchester United. As you would expect, Tuanzebe at right back, Romagnoli, Diallo and Telles, who utilised his lack of positioning in the last game we played against Manchester United. Draxler, Pogba and Isco. In midfield, Eriksen sat behind Heung-min Son and Joao Felix as ever. They do have Aller on the bench, the striker that used to play in Germany. But so strong, Manchester United. So strong. This could be a real difficult game. Nice tackle by James Justin. Try and catch Alex Telles out of position now. Oh, and I would have done if Isco hadn't have intercepted that. It's a great ball in. Thankfully, Heung-min Son can't finish. Telles was well out of position then. Their through ball had found its way through. There was so much room to run into there. Alexis will get this across here to Drew Yearwood, who will turn and find Moise Kean. I'll dink this. Oh, it was meant for Chalov, and he would have been clean through as well. The passing and the first touches, evidently, just not quite there for me in the opening stages of this fixture. Chalov brings that down well this time. The pass is good. Oh, but De Gea's going to come for it, and he can claim Rafinha's quick, but he's not quite that quick. Oh, nice little reverse ball there to Alex Telles. Son lets that run. Here's Joao Felix. Out wide to Christian Eriksen. I don't like this at all. Eriksen back to Isco. Comfortable for Nick Pope, thankfully. Real dangerous move by United there. Diallo wins that header and Draxler brings it down. Now we're under pressure again. Pogba around the corner here to Tuanzebe. Max Lowe's going to have to come right out here to try and deal with this. He can't get there. James Justin gets to the cross. Tuanzebe will bring it down and they could get it back in again. Son, Draxler, keep him outside the box and we could clear it. James Justin with a header there. Moise Kean gets to that. Chalov, that's beautifully done, but Romagnoli reads it and has the physicality to get in the way as well. Julian Draxler somehow makes it through that tackle. Telles, oh, keeps just reacts. I mean, he struck it tremendously well. Oh, if Draxler doesn't just waltz through that tackle, I get the ball back, but I mean, keeps just stood there and looked at it. I know he's hit it well, but he's not taking the deflection. It's right next to you. Try and save it, Nick. Manchester United 1, Sunderland 0. Chalov in there to McAllister. Dinked over, looking for Rafinha. Oh, yes! I like that. Very much so indeed. We're level. We weren't behind for long. We've done to Manchester United what Leicester did to me. Hopefully, we can now repeat that we get the second goal to go 2-1 up, rather than Manchester United doing to me what I did to Leicester, and them going 2-1 in front. Oh, good finish too. I like that. Draxler backs in well. Cross there to Joao Felix. Down the corner to Ericsson, back. I think it was meant for Joao Felix, but Draxler picked up on it. Son with the extravagant, and thankfully Tomori got in the way. Otherwise, that would have been rather reminiscent of Kevin De Bruyne's goal for Manchester City. Lovely ball by Alexis, looking for Rafinha here. Alex Tellers, he's with me. We'll drop the shoulder. I see the man arriving on the edge of the box. It's Jack Clark. Oh, and he sliced it wide. Horribly, horribly wide. Oh, Jack. Great chance. Son inside. And that's all around me. Ericsson. Oh, it's a great finish from Joao Felix. Nick Pope at least tried to save this one and did get a hand to it, but that was struck so sweetly by Joao Felix. We just weren't able to stop it. Oh, that is a banger from Joao Felix. Such a good young talent in real life. Obviously grows really well in career mode too. And oh, that's a wonderful goal. Manchester United back in front before half-time. Down the line nicely to Julian Draxler. Good delivery away by James Justin. Ericsson to Isco. Pope holds on. Quickly get that forward. Hope that we can win the header with Chalov, which we've done well. And Moise Kean brings it down. Oh, but can't get past Romagnoli. If I could have done there what Draxler did to me for Man United's first goal, we might have found an equaliser. As it happens, we are behind at the break. Isco, nice tackle by Alexis, and we will work it away. Oh, I'm running out of room. Jeeps, they put me under pressure, pressing really high, United. Thankfully, we have gotten it away. Eward, forward there to McAllister. Moise Kean, make that run, and I'll try and find you. Oh, or Jack Clark. It was meant for Moise Kean, but I don't mind. Jack Clark turns inside and misses the target. The chance to go 2-2. And we've missed. See what he's trying to do. He just couldn't aim it properly. Joao Felix was loose. Oh, his legs just aren't quite long enough there, McAllister. He timed the tackle well. He just couldn't reach the football. Oh, and he's still going to find the ball through. And it's a great save by Nick Pope. Perhaps making up for previous errors there, stopping Isco from scoring a third for Manchester United. Oh, I genuinely thought that was in. I genuinely thought that was in. That would have been match over. But still at... Oh, go on, play the right pass. Get there, Chalov. Oh, he's overhit it. I swear I didn't hit that pass that hard. Oh, I just can't quite find the right pass or the right finish to get a second equaliser. Isco, you're not going to outmuscle Drew Yearwood, mate. 15 minutes to go. Still 2-1. There's Chalov. Moise Kean. Drew Yearwood. Go to Moise Kean again. No, Romagnoli. It's been a rock at the back for them in this game. Absolutely brilliant defender. Come on now. Drew Yearwood. Rafinha is making that run, and he's going to get there. Rafinha onto his left. Rafinha, how have you... Oh, God, how have you blazed it that high over? What is that? I've had the chances in this game. I've had the opportunities, and we haven't taken them. Twanzebe off, Laird on, flicked on there by the Manchester United man. I think we're going to run out of time now. Declan Rice sweeps this out wide to Jamal, or some Axlow. Sorry, Lyndon Gooch battling with Paul Pogba. We've lost possession. There's not long left in the game. 2 minutes added on only in this second half. Ericsson will find Alex Telles. If they score now, it really is over. Get it away, get it forward. Counter-attack is on. Don't, referee. Don't, referee. It's defeat at Old Trafford. I had the opportunities in that game. I couldn't find the right finish. Rafinha blazing that one over. Jack Clark missing a couple of good chances as well. I could even perhaps have won the game if we'd have taken those chances. But equally, I guess United had the opportunity to extend their lead as well. Suspension over for Juan Foyth. Whether missing him at the back impacted that result, I'm not sure. Yannick Castella has an offer that we'll reject from Napoli. And then it's Everton next. We're still, thankfully, just the 1 point outside the top 4, but 8 points now behind Chelsea in third, and a full 12 behind Everton at the top of the table. So I think the title's gone, and it's actually Everton we have next here. Who's still injured? Oh, it's Yuri Tielemans, isn't it? It's fine. Drew Ewell will be drafted in, and we'll be all right to simulate this one. They're in great form, Everton, scoring 3 goals in each of their last 3 games. But Chalov, in the 3rd minute, gives us a 1-0 lead. An injury to their centre-back as well. Richarlison equalises. Whilst we had that early 1-0 lead, we would have had to hold on to that and pray that they don't score. As it happens, they got one back. Oh, but Drew Ewell has given us a 2-1 lead here. And Ademola Lookman, 6 minutes later even, equalises for Everton. I'll take a point, though, against top of the table. That's really not a bad result at all. The Champions League is still a very distinct possibility, and we are, in fact, up into 4th with that point. But Burnley have a game in hand. We're only 4th on goal difference, ahead of Burnley and now Spurs. What a season this has been, up and down. February is going to be interesting because, of course, we have the return of Europa League football as well. With Wolves at home and Udinese away. I'll play Udinese away, and then we'll decide whether to sim the second leg depending on what happens in that first. We then Southampton at home and West Ham away. So I could sim Southampton and Wolves both at home, and to be fair, play the second, both legs against Udinese and then West Ham. We'll end the transfer window here, though, in today's episode. Big moves. Not necessarily big in terms of fee, but big in terms of personnel. Kevin De Bruyne to Barcelona, and Mauro Icardi to Atletico Madrid. Arkadiusz Milik to Hoffenheim as well from Rasenballsport Leipzig. And then Rodri going from Tottenham now to Paris Saint-Germain. So there's been sizable moves of playing staff all round the European League so far this season. I'm not too sure who it was that... maybe I was training Timo Graf actually in that 5th role. I'll adjust that moving forward. But we'll go and get ourselves to the transfer deadline day. We'll see actually when it stops simulating if Burnley are going to go back above us. Have they done that? I do want to check. No, they haven't. They lost, Burnley. So we are 4th on merit. 4th on merit. Griezmann from Atleti to AC Milan. So as one player leaves Milan as a city and goes to Atleti, or one striker leaves Milan as a city and goes to Atleti, the other side of Milan replace a big striker in the city at the San Siro, but the other team. So Atleti have replaced Griezmann with Mauro Icardi, a big offer for Juan Foyth that we shall reject. I don't need to sell anyone, nor am I looking to sell anyone in this window. And I don't believe anyone's running out of contract either. They're not. So what I can do is go and offer some more contracts out to these guys, so we don't have to worry about contracts next season either. And then whatever we have left, we can potentially spend in the latter stages of this season whilst waiting for your feedback from the past couple of episodes. Augustin looks like he's going to go somewhere else. And an offer here from Bournemouth for Jack Clark, which we shall reject. Don't know what Jack Clark's potential is actually. I'll have a quick look on SoFIFA whilst we advance a little bit further. Jack Clark may have reached his potential. His potential is 82 apparently, so that may be as far as we're going to get Jack Clark. He's obviously a very good player and has been crucial for us in the Premier League, to be fair, in the past 2.5 seasons, but we certainly could do better. We will hope to do that with a signing either later in this season to bring someone in at the beginning of next season, or genuinely at the beginning of next season in the summer transfer window with whatever budget we get next year. We're looking to improve throughout the defence as well, and again, as I mentioned at the beginning of yesterday's episode and at the beginning of today's again, we aren't looking to sign someone in this window because I haven't got the time, the luxury of time, to wait for your feedback before recording ahead. Otherwise, you guys won't have videos when I'm away in Gamescom, and obviously I want you guys to have videos when I'm away in Gamescom. Tomorrow is still England international job offer. Turn it down. Hughes Squad monthly report. Actually, I'll quickly show you that because Billy Hughes continues to grow. 73 rated at 18 years of age, and technically really looking like he's coming on really nicely. Could do with some improvements in the physicality, but other than that, technically he's looking really good already. Karen Morris, potential of 88 to 94 for him. Actually has better potential than Billy Hughes, but just isn't growing as fast. Lewis Morgan, 86 to 92 potential for him, looking like he's going to grow really well. And Valle, not looking as good, but already has the physicals. So if we just constantly train his technicals, then he will grow further than the 85 that he's supposedly only going to get to. So then, tomorrow's episode will be Wolves, the Europa League, and then Southampton and West Ham. Thank you very much for watching today's though, guys. I really appreciate the support. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.